Looking for a quick and easy top that you can sew in under 20 minutes? I've got the top just for you. Welcome or welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I will share with you how to make the top that I am wearing. And the top that I am wearing is McCALLS'S 7386 UA, the one that the model is wearing. And that is what I'm going to create for you today. And I will share that with you. So if that is something that you are interested in, then meet me at the sewing table. What we'll need for this sew along is the pattern, of course, and that is McCALLS'S 7386. I cut out a size small. In the envelope, it has the pattern for the dress, so I just traced around the top portion so that I'll have a separate pattern. So that is what I did. Just two pattern pieces, one for the front and one for the back. And the front you cut on the fold, and the back you cut into two pieces. And the fabric that I am using is this tie-dye fabric, and you will remember this from my fabric haul. And this is the leftover fabric that I have, so I thought, why not make a top? And it's a knit fabric, and it's just a two-way stretch because it only stretches this way. It doesn't have any stretch in the other direction. That is basically what you are going to need, with the exception of your sewing machine, your scissors. All you have to do is lay out your fabric. The front is on the fold, so we'll take the front, place it on the fold. I'm going to pin that down. And this is the next piece. These are sometimes what I use for my paperweights. And I'm going to cut this out with my pinking shears because for those persons who are new here, my serger is broken, so I don't have a serger, and I have been using my pinking shears just as a finishing method for my tops lately. Now that you have your pattern pieces pinned, you're now going to cut them out. The back is in two pieces, and so you're going to stitch that down with a 5/8 seam allowance. So pin it down. It goes together quite quickly. Before you know it, we will be done. When I finish stitching the back, it should look like that, and then it'll be just one piece. Then the next thing I will stitch will be shoulders. I could actually pin that down now. Most persons who have a serger, you can do all of this on a serger. It'll be quite easy actually. And once we finish the back seam and the shoulder seams, then I'll tell you the next step. So we'll stitch with a stretch needle and a zigzag, using a zigzag stitch, back stitch at the beginning and at the end. Now that we have our back seam and shoulders stitched together, I'm going to iron the seams just so they could lay down properly. I have ironed the back seam as well as the shoulder seams. So the next thing you're going to do is stitch down the side seams, and then once I'm finished stitching down both side seams, I will show you the next step. So I'm just going to pin them and I'm going to stitch them. I have finished stitching up both of my side seams and I have pressed them. So there are only two things left for us to do, and that is to do the final touches. All you have to do is turn over a 1/4 of an inch and then a 1/4 of an inch again, pin, and then sew. And you're going to do the same thing for the sleeves. Turn over a 1/4 of an inch, then turn over a 1/4 of an inch again, and then for the hem, turn over a 1/4 of an inch, turn over a 1/4 of an inch again, and I come back. I will show you the top. Now that I have finished sewing the top, I'm just going to iron, neckband, the armhole, and the hem, and then I will try it on for you so you can see it. So this is the top that I just finished sewing, and it's such a quick sew, and that's what I like. Sometimes you don't have to always do something so extravagant, and once you find a pattern that you love and it works for you, I say why not make it. If you have a yard of fabric or 3/4 of a yard of fabric, you can make this top easily because I did it out of my scrap fabrics. I paired the top with the pants that I would have made, that you would have seen in the last video. And I love it. And it's such a quick top. Comes together so easy. Like I said, 20 minutes or less. And I do appreciate a quick sew. I like doing stuff quick and easy sometimes, just to get my brain back in the swing of things. Alright, so this is the front of the top, and this is the back of the top. If you like my videos, like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Share my video with family and friends and all those persons who love sewing or simply want to be inspired. I will see you in the next video. Be blessed. Bye.